What's up, Transformers fans? I'm Mondo, the Dead Bottomist Prime himself, and this is another Moonbase 84 transmission. And today, we're checking out the last Constructicon needed to build our brand new Devastator, and that is the Studio Series 86 Mixmaster. So in a way, for me, it looks like Hasbro decided to save the best Constructicon for last because Mixmaster has always been my favorite Constructicon. So let's take a closer look at him right now. And we'll get a nice up close look, and as you can see, of course, he is the Constructicon green and purple. And I like how for Mixmaster's design, his purple is all in his legs and his chest and everything, and it breaks up that green. Some of the Constructicons just are lost, all the details and everything are lost, and it's too much green in my opinion. That's not a fault of Hasbro making these new 86 Constructicons. That is their design since way back in 85. But I like when it's broken up more. And as you can see, because the green does wash away a lot of those details, and when you're looking at a character like Bone Crusher, it's so much green, it's just, to me, comes off as a little blah. But not with Mixmaster here. And I've always loved Mixmaster's head sculpt. And there it is in there. I can try to get it. It's lost between all that, you know, it's sunk in there. But we get the purples, little hit of red. Decepticon symbol there. Some nice sculpt work all throughout. My camera, see, the camera likes to wash out that green. Take a look at the side. On the back, you got his mixer in purple. So yeah, pretty cool. So overall, I think Hasbro did a really good job with the design for the robot mode design of this Mixmaster, especially as opposed to someone like our latest Bone Crusher, which, sorry, I think that he just looks terrible in robot mode. I do wish that there was a way to make this section smaller. I know that's the design of Mixmaster, but I don't know, for me it seems a little too big. That's a big nitpick, or a little nitpick I should say. But yeah, I just wish it could have been a little smaller, but besides that, a really nice job, I think. Again, love Mixmaster's head sculpt, always have. Articulation wise, you can reach in there and move his head. And it does have some nice tilt. You can try to get in there and show you. It's hard to show the articulation. Here, maybe, boop, like that. It can look up a little and down a tad. It's just a little pain to show you because you have to get in there through all that. His arm does do that, not quite a full T. He's got a swivel at the bicep. He already was in that pose, so I kind of ruined it. 90-degree bend at the elbow. No wrist. No waist. Of course, they swivel all around, like, you know, his arms swivel up and down. He does do the full splits. He does have a thigh swivel. Well, stuff gets in the way, but if you move around, about 90 at the knee. The back panel for the heel, I guess you could do that. I don't know why you would need to. But he does have some ankle tilt as well. So decent articulation. I believe all of the Constructicons do not have a waist, but I think that's the nature of their engineering to become Devastator. But still, pretty decent. So yeah, I'm really liking his robot mode, so I'll go ahead and transform him up, and we will take a look at his cement mixer mode. Oh, and quickly before we do that, forgot to mention he does come with a gun, which is his only accessory. Just a black piece of plastic. Not much going on there, but he is armed up. And here we have Mixmaster in his cement mixer mode with a little bit of weapon storage. Nothing fantastic, but you can plug the gun there if you wanted to. Now, I did see some complaints online about how he's like a flat-faced mixer, and people say, well, that's not how cement mixers are. Well, back in the day, some were. You're just not as old as some of us, and that was the original design of the Mixmaster toy, so of course they're going to go with it. They're not going to give it a modern interpretation because this is Studio Series 86. So I really don't understand the gripes about that. They're not trying to make a modern Devastator. They're doing the Devastator and the Constructicons from the movie. I mean, as you can see, he's still green and purple. And that green washes away a lot of the details, especially with the reflection of my camera. But there is some decent panel and sculpt work. And of course, as I said, the purple, his wheels are painted, which is nice. But besides the green and purple, you do get the silver grille, which is nicely detailed with a tiny Decepticon symbol. The mixer doesn't spin or anything, but that's okay. He rolls pretty decently, which is always a good thing. The only thing I think is a little ugly on him for his cement mixer mode is the top is very panely. It's a little ugly. Again, this is a review, so I'm pointing it out. It doesn't really bother me. And of course, he has the purple painted windows. So yeah, pretty nice little cement mixer, in my opinion. Also, quickly, before we wrap things up, when I was transforming Mixmaster here back into his robot mode for final thoughts, I did realize something pretty cool due to like engineering for when he is Devastator's leg. He has like a waist tilt. He doesn't have waist rotation, but he has a tilt. I thought I broke him. But yeah, it tilts side to side. You can go this way with it too. I got all this crap in the way. Oh no, just that way. That's for, it must be for his ankle tilt. So he can tilt like that. So it does look, breaks things up a little bit, but it still helps you get him in like a more dynamic pose, which I think is awesome. So yeah, fun little thing due to him being part of Devastator. So that is my look at the Studio Series 86 Mixmaster. And with Mixmaster here, it's great because now we finally have everyone we need to build Devastator, and we will have that review, our Devastator review, up this week. I say our because just like we did with Ultra Magnus, Aatron and myself are doing it together. I love doing the joint review with Aatron for Ultra Magnus, and I had a lot of fun filming the Devastator with him. It's always good to play with toys, even now that Aatron is not a So Mini Con. It's always great because this is how we used to play with Transformers when he was little, and now we play with him in a different way. So I always have a blast doing those joint reviews with him. As for Mixmaster, a little spoiler alert, I rank him kind of mid when compared to the rest of the individual Constructicons, but now after really messing with him for this review, because I didn't really have much of a chance to really mess with him, I think I rank him higher. So that's a little spoiler alert. So just in your thoughts, if you check out that review, know that I rank Mixmaster a little higher when compared to the other Constructicons in my rankings. With that being said, yeah, I really like this Mixmaster. It's good because he, as I said, he is my favorite Constructicon, and my fear was he was going to come out goofy like Bone Crusher, and he didn't. With that being said, comment to let me know what you think about Mixmaster. Which one of all the Constructicons, the new Constructicons, is your favorite or least favorite? Let me know. And as always, thanks for docking.